Hey everybody, I want to show you this card today. This paper is from the Flowering Foils, and I want to show you the technique today is coloring on the paper with your sponge daubers. This is really fun. I enjoy this, and I did this as a card class. So the pieces that we're going to need today, we're going to need Pool Party. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You need a piece of Pear Pizzazz, and it's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Whisper White is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You're going to need a piece of scrap 2 by 5 1/4 to cut your detailed band. And this came from the detailed bands set that's in the annual catalog on page 192 if you want to go take a look. And then a scrap of Whisper White for the little sentiment that's going to go over the detailed band. And this came from the Layering with Kindness stamp set, and I did use the punch with that. It's in the mini catalog on page 41. It's a really pretty set. It's one of our distinctive ink, and I really like those because it gives it a lot of dimension without a lot of work. So let's get started. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put this right here so you can see the sample, and then I'm going to bring in my piece of Designer Series paper. Put this over here out of the way so you can still see it. So what I do is I use the Pear Pizzazz ink and the Pool Party ink. Open them up. Put this over here. Get myself set up a little bit better. And I do use the sponge daubers, and I label them with my label maker so that I know which one I'm going for, the green or the blue, because they tend to look alike when you've got them setting on the table. See, I was going to go for the wrong one again. And this is a Pool Party. You just want to ink it up, probably shaking the table, and you just want to start in the center of the flower and work your way out and leave the edges lighter. Make sure you get all of your flowers in the center. It's really pretty. So then with the green, the Pear Pizzazz, I just ink it up. And the difference in the stamp sets, this is an old one, it's the linen. And then this is one of the newer ones, and it has the foam pad in it, but you can use either one of them. So I'm going to move this to the side, and I use the edge of my Pear Pizzazz, and I just color it in. I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. I just color it in with the edge of the sponge, and you don't have to be precise. I think it looks even better if you're not. Just gives it some character, I think. So then you can color in all your leaves. A little one hiding right there. Then for the other pieces, I want to bring in, oh, I forgot to tell you the other color. The other color that I used was Bermuda Bay. It's one of my favorite colors, and I'm going to use it in our blend. And this is the light Bermuda Bay, and I like to use the fine tip end. This is the blending end, and it does a really nice job when you're coloring large areas. So when you are ready to put your cap back on, lay your blend down and just snap it. Make sure it snaps. So what I did is I just colored in these little circles. You don't have to be precise with them. And you could color these with the Pear Pizzazz if you want, but I wanted to bring a little bit more of the Bermuda Bay in. So these little leaves I just colored in as well. Bermuda Bay is really pretty on this paper too. So it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to color the paper. And I do want to tell you that this was in the Celebration catalog, and if you didn't get it, the ornate garden that's coming out. It has some really pretty paper in it, and I'll show you how to color on it as well. So you just layer these pieces together. And I'm going to have all of this on my blog. I'll put the video there. You can go back and watch it again. I'm going to upload it to YouTube this time. I just did it on, Google Photos, and Google Photos dumped all of my videos. So now I'm re-recording, and I'll put it on YouTube, or it won't go anywhere. I have my own channel. If you go there, please subscribe. Give me some likes. Let me know that you liked my project. You want to see more. And then also when you go to my blog, if you go to the left of the page, there's a place where you can put your email address in, and when I post new things, you'll get an email with an update. So just wrap this around, put some glue on the back. Doesn't take a whole lot to hold it. Then I just glue for my friend. And you notice it's different. You can use any of the sentiments. You can use different shapes if you want. And if you want this to lay down, just put a little bit of glue underneath it. And the thing I like about this glue is it's very forgiving. You can, if you catch it in time, that is. If you don't catch it in time, then it is stuck for good. So you just, it doesn't take a whole lot of glue, and that's what I always want to tell people. Just the least you can use is the better. See, that's not a whole lot of glue. And then you just lay it down. And I do want to share another tip with you. What I do is, instead of using a 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 and scoring in the center and using this as your base, I always just get the thick Whisper white paper from Stampin' Up, and I use it for all of my card bases. So when you want to write inside or you want to stamp inside, then you have the white, and you don't have to use an extra sheet of white when you want to stamp on the inside of your card. It's already there. It saves you some paper, your cardstock, the colors. Saves more paper. And I like to get the most out of what I can. It's a really pretty card, I think. So go over to my blog, www.donna-stamps.blogspot.com. Or if you want to order any of the products, it's www.donnakaufman.stampinup.net. And I did add a little interest. I don't know if you can see this or not. It has the really fine silver that we sell in the catalog. I didn't get the number for that one, but you can find all of this on my blog, and leave me a comment on my YouTube, and like my channel and subscribe. Thank you. I'll be back with more.